So in this video, I'm going to be showing you why 10,000 Hbar tokens will set you financially free, as well as giving you some price predictions for Hbar in 2024 and 2025. In case you're considering buying Hbar, be sure that you do your own research and evaluate your risks. And don't take this video as financial advice. Also, before we continue with the video, if you guys want to learn how to trade crypto, get access to free alpha calls, in-depth market analysis, and so much more, Hbar is currently trading at about 10 cents per coin, having thrown in quite the performance in the last few weeks. I remember a video I did on this coin some months ago. I predicted a climb to 10 cents from 5 cents per coin, and that's what basically happened, although I still expect it to climb higher and touch above 50 cents, if not $1. Now, you probably miss it because Hbar is not one of the coins that is really gaining attention in the market in recent times, and if you look at it, no coin really is considering the significant dip that the market has entered, with Bitcoin trading in the 50,000 range, and other altcoins seem to follow on the way down. To buy 10,000 Hbar at the current market value, you'll need about $1,000. If you'd bought it at 5 cents, it would only cost you about $500, and by the time it reaches 50 cents, you would have been 10x up on your initial investment with a total portfolio worth around $5,000. Sure. It sounds like a quick way of getting some profits in the short term, but if you want to invest in Hbar, I will suggest that you prepare to hold for the long haul. I mean, that is how you can make just enough for you to be made. Now, I still see Hbar as one of the coins that could make it to double digits in the dollars, but just how soon is what cannot be promised. Hbar has a relatively small market cap for its stature, with about $3.69 billion in market cap, and is expected to be able to rise above $10 billion and even much more. The very first step in that progress would be about $1 in 2024, which I hope would not be too much of a hassle for the coin to attain amidst all the noise in the crypto market. Now at that point, you are guaranteed a portfolio worth 10 times what it would cost to buy them now. That is, your $1,000 rightly invested would be worth about $10,000 per coin. I wouldn't put it past Hbar to underperform a little depending on how the market turns out by the end of the year 2024. The fact that we do not have an ETA on the beginning and end of the bull run is also a big issue. So it is possible that people are really watching their entries so as not to buy the top in case the market doesn't kick off as expected. However, it is a profit galore for futures traders on the major exchanges who have enjoyed Hbar at its best. The coin reached about 15 cents per coin in April, and at that point, 10,000 Hbar would be worth about $1,500. The near-term projection would see the coin regain that price level and maybe even cross the mark at about 20 cents, which will make 10,000 Hbar worth about $2,000. Now, if you don't mind scalping the market for profits and gradually building your portfolio, it's not such a bad strategy to take profit at every 10 to 20% growth in your portfolio. Just buy the dips and sell high at the right time. This is consistent with the way the coin has traded in the past. Hbar was launched in 2020 at a market price of about 1 cent. Now in 2021, the token started to ascend in price gradually till it reached its all-time high price of approximately 57 cents. The coin then dropped down to 5 cents, but it never returned to the level of its all-time low, which is set at 1 cent. At its all-time high price, 10,000 Hbar will be valued at about $5,700, and that's why this price is like a benchmark for an upward surge. The rise to 50 cents is merely a stop on the way, but it's really significant nonetheless. Now at that price, we are likely to see a dip at that level, thereby establishing a good entry point to buy in for those just looking to get in. It could then pick up again on its way up, and it could settle in at about 30 cents per coin. Now this price boasts a good entry for investors to buy the token and hold on to in anticipation for the upcoming bull run in 2024. Beyond $1, another likely destination is $1.50 in 2024-2025. And that's due to the positive impacts of the newly inducted technological advancements made on the network and the more recent partnerships with Amplify and Demia Foundation, committed to bridging blockchain technologies to address vital sustainability and climate data challenges and enable trust in data. Another prediction says that the token has the potential to rise to about $3 and above in the coming year. Now, the main utility of the Hedera Hashgraph technology supports the grouping of transactional data into what is known as Hashgraph. It lacks none of the complexity that characterizes the linear blockchain system, which means that it is able to take on large amounts of data without getting congested at any point. Transaction is much faster and relatively cheaper than you will experience on blockchains like Ethereum or Bitcoin. It is a patented algorithm that offers even greater privacy and security than regular blockchains. The fact that it doesn't operate in the way of a regular blockchain also means that it is not bound to use the proof of stake or proof of work mechanism to validate transactions. Instead, it runs by two special nodes, the consensus and mirror node. The consensus node impacts how transactions are arranged in groups on the network and keeps records of them, while the mirror node simply relays the saved transaction information to participants on the network. Its marketability as a whole different ecosystem outside the traditional blockchain system was what made it popular with the crypto investors at the time of its launch. There are a couple of more recent developments on the project that could be a precursor for a more fulfilling bull run and even after it phases away. First is the fruit of the recent partnership between Archax and Onera, which involves the tokenization of BlackRock's ICS US Treasury MMF, and they have chosen Hedera as the platform for use in this regard. Archax is an FCA-regulated broker, custodian and exchange, and registered crypto asset provider in the UK. This is huge because we know the kind of attention that these firms tend to draw to their shares, and its tokenization means that the native token of the blockchain on which they tokenize their assets will see a significant amount of buys. This is like one of the biggest iterations of the latest real-world asset tokenization to hit the Hedera Hashgraph platform. Now, one of Hedera's biggest partners, LG Electronics, has also made a move to promote NFT art on the network with the newly designed LG Art Lab. This allows millions of users to easily access and display fine art NFTs on Hedera. It's basically an NFT art marketplace being run by the electronic giant. Alongside this, Hedera enables artist royalties on-chain at the protocol level. This means no more headaches around marketplaces dictating royalties and, crucially, no more unpaid artists. Each sale on Hedera returns a pre-programmed royalty fee back to the minting address. LG Electronics is right up there, not as the only electronic company on the Hedera Governing Council, with Hitachi, which is another big player, also a part and a partner. All these forays of these companies into tokenization is a product of Hedera Token Service, or HTS, which was purposefully built for institutional RWA tokenization at scale. So, we are likely to see more and more companies come out to enroll on Hedera and further add credibility to all the good work done by the project so far. And with all these in mind, we are looking at a project that could one day exceed $10 to $50. Merely checking that against the board, your 10,000 Hbar would be worth between 100,000 and 500,000 at those prices. It could take years, but it is definitely achievable because institutional RWAs are like the biggest thing right now and will definitely grow much bigger and better. So, what are your thoughts on Hbar? And what is your price prediction for Hedera in 2024? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.